Hey, okay, so I want to show you guys a really quick demonstration of how to use the Seint shade of the month. It is an eyeshadow shade and it is called Kiss. Now, each month Seint is releasing a brand new eyeshadow shade, but all of these shades are limited edition and they're only available the month that they're released. So this shade Kiss is only available for the month of February. Also, before I get into the tutorial, you're gonna hear a lot of noises probably in the background from my 6-month-old. He's found his voice and he likes to use it a lot. Now, I am obviously going to use this as my eyeshadow, but before I do that, I'm actually gonna use it in 2 other places. One of the things I talk about all the time with Seint products is how versatile they are. So even though it's obviously a certain type of product that's used in a very standard way, you can actually use a lot of their products in multiple different areas on your face to create different looks. Okay, so first let's give you a little bit of a closer look of this shade. As you can see, it almost is like a pinky corally orange and it has shimmer to it. It's super, super pretty. Let me do a swatch for you just to give you a better gauge of what this looks like. But this is such a pretty color. So first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Kiss and I'm gonna take a brush. Now the brush that I'm using, this one is called the Shape Brush. I'm choosing this brush because I want one that has slightly longer bristles and is a little bit wispier, because as you can see from the swatch that I did, this is a super pigmented shade and I don't want a lot of pigment in the place that I am first applying it. So I'm just gonna very lightly tap into this, get a little bit, and even there you can see there's quite a bit of pigment because it picks up really quick. So I'll just blow it off a little bit, and then I'm very lightly going to tap this onto my cheek and actually use this as my blush. And now you can see just how pretty this shade is as a blush. Even though it's an eyeshadow, you can use it as a blush. It has just a slight shimmer to it. I went really light with the application, but it just adds that really soft, warm, pinky coral shade to my cheeks. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind if you use an eyeshadow shade as a blush. One is always apply it lighter than you think you're gonna want it, because it does have a buildable coverage, so you can always add more until you get it to the depth that you want it to be. The other thing that I was gonna mention is that you could also, if you didn't just wanna use just this color as your all over shade, I actually have a little bit of bronzer underneath mine, but you could also add a lip and cheek color, probably something similar in terms of the colors to this one. So it could be something like Tropicana or Frenchie or Renaissance or Rosewood or Sandstone, one of those colors that has a little bit more of that orangey or corally flare to it. But you could add just a little bit. You could even add it more to like the high points and have it more as like an illuminator, or you can just kind of go over it and just add a little bit of that like slight shimmer and softness that this adds. So lots of different options for how you apply this as a blush. Now I'm gonna apply it one other place before I do it on my eyes. So I'm taking, this is a lip conditioner. You could also take the balm, and I'm going to apply this first to my lips. And then once I've done that, I'm going to just pick up some of that color on my finger, and I'm going to gently tap it onto my lips. I'm gonna use a different finger just so I don't get this all covered in balm. And I'll just get it until it's about the depth of color that I want. So the idea of using an eyeshadow shade as a lip color seems really weird because you wouldn't want powdery lips. But if you add that balm or the lip conditioner underneath and then add the eyeshadow on top, it actually just makes it feel like any other lip color, just a very glossy shade, and it looks so pretty. All right, so now I'm gonna go and do it on my eyes. So I'm actually gonna use 3 different eyeshadow shades for this look. I'm gonna use this one right here. It's called Rome. This is just gonna be like an all over base shade. I'm gonna use this as the main one, and then I'll use a little bit of this color called Revival just for a touch of eyeliner. So starting out with Rome, this is just a really good neutral base, kind of as an almondy color, and I'm going in with the fluffy end of the eyeshadow brush, and I am just gonna kind of sweep this all over my lid and a little bit up into the crease. In fact, I'll even take this a little bit lighter, but all the way up to the brow bone. So a little bit heavier on the lid and in the crease, and then just really lightly along the brow bone just to add that little extra shimmer. Now I'm gonna take Kiss. I'm just gonna use my finger for this, and I am just going to tap this onto the outer like 3/4 of my lid. So I'm gonna keep the inner corner with just Rome there, but I'm just gonna tap this on the outer portion of my lid. And now I'm taking the smaller end of the eyeshadow brush. I'm just running a little bit of Kiss along my lower lash line. And now I'm just placing that final color called Revival along the outer corner of my lash line. Okay, so this right here is the finished look. Like I said, I've got Kiss on my eyes, I've got Kiss on my cheeks, and I've got Kiss on my lips. Again, this is the February shade of the month. It's only available this month. It's a limited edition shade. So if you have not grabbed this color, you absolutely should, because like I said, it's so versatile and it's so pretty. It is a definite must-have. Also, I want to throw this out there. If you are interested in any of the other products that I used, I would love to help color match you to the shades that will work best for you and give you a breakdown of what you need to get started and how to use them. So I will go ahead, I will leave the information that you need to get color matched in the description. I am also part of the Seint Artist Program, which is basically the business side where I share tutorials and I help educate women on best makeup practices and obviously help them pick out colors and things that will work best for them and help them gain their confidence and enhance their natural beauty. So that is something that I love being a part of. And if that's something that you are interested in, I would love to chat with you about it. And if you feel like it is a good fit for you, then I would love to work alongside you and mentor you here as an artist in Seint.